So we're on day 2 of my a-hole neighbor's sheep being here, and me having to house it and feed it and water it, because I feel bad for the sheep while still being unbelievably pissed off and frustrated at this guy. Yeah. If we count all the pig episodes, this is probably episode, 20-something of his livestock showing up here over the past decade. I mean, the pigs were coming here for over 6 months on a regular basis. This is the second time sheep have shown up. Wait, is it only the second time sheep have shown up? No, I think they've shown up more than twice. There was the time the ram was chasing me around in my own yard, and then I think they tried to come down the driveway a couple more times, and I chased them off with the dogs before they could get all the way down here. This one came right up to my front door. Wasn't deterred by the dog at all. Motivated by hunger? Thirst? I don't know. Now she's eating, and the goats are still wary, but cautiously approaching. Because the sheep has taken over this entire feeding area that the smaller goats usually go to. So, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to reduce my goat herd, so I really don't need, like, a sheep to feed right now. Another complication is I've been letting the goats out on pasture for a couple of hours a day while I'm watching them, so they, don't obliterate all of my fruit and nut trees that are still here. And that's going to be very difficult with this sheep, because I don't want the sheep getting loose and chewing on, whatever it feels like. I'm guessing sheep also go for fruit and nut trees. Not positive. Never had sheep. Haven't been interested in having sheep. No clue, but why risk it? So the goats are going to be miserable and penned in here until the sheep finds its sheeple. Right, honey? Yeah. You're fine hanging out here for a while. Looks like it. Making yourself at home. So that's the fucking excitement that is my life right now. We are on day 4 of having a sheep on the farm that probably belongs to the a-hole with the pigs. And right now I got her tied out here because she's insisting on eating fresh grass instead of hay. Just like the goats, they want to be loose also. So it is sprinkling and drizzling out. I'm exhausted from repotting elderberries and other things that I need to do to get my nursery plan launched here. I have just noticed some amazing violets right here that I should dig up and repot before they get chewed on. Anyway, Sheepy's over here and has been locked in with the goats for 4 days now, and everybody wants out on pasture. I don't want anyone in my nursery stock, so that's how that's going. So, yeah, I have scoured the local internet pages for this area, and nobody seems to be looking for this sheep, which is interesting. I've posted a picture and all that, so I have called the town hall and gotten no response. There's no number for animal control, there's just a number for the fire warden. And I tried that number too, and the number next to it, and nobody picked up, so... Day 4 of having a sheep on my farm that I'm feeding, watering, and caring for. All the fun that that's entailing right now. Well, it's Tuesday. This is either day 5 or day 6, I can't remember anymore, of caring for Jerkwad's fucking sheep up the road. And I just came in from doing my morning chores, including feeding and watering this asshole's fucking sheep. And got a call from 2 wardens on my voicemail. And one of them telling me that this guy's gonna come down and get his sheep when he's not allowed on my fucking property. And I'm gonna get a trespass order against this guy. And probably his kids. I have nothing against his son and his foster boys, but this guy is a fucking cretin. He is the lowest of lowlifes, and I don't want him on my property. Every time one of his animals comes down here and destroys stuff, I end up feeding it for days or weeks at a fucking time. He doesn't go looking for the damn thing. And then he tries to get me arrested for something, so I am all set with playing any more of these games. So, I guess, yeah. So the next message from the warden was saying that this guy's son was going to come down here and get the sheep. And I don't want those kids on my property either anymore. They came down here and back oodles of times, with and without my knowledge, to get the pigs when they were loose over the course of 6 months. And I don't want these kids thinking they have free range to come and retrieve their animals all the way the hell down here, you know, a quarter of a mile away from where they live. And, my animals don't do this. My animals don't run off and go, 4,000 feet away or more to get away from my farm and me. They keep doing it to him. You gotta wonder what's going on over there. Anyway, I called back the warden immediately and told him this guy is not allowed on my property and told him he's gonna have to come out and get the sheep. And I don't like the warden either after what happened with the pig incident. I got the raw end of the fucking stick on that deal. To make a massive understatement. Still haven't been compensated for any of the damage his animals did, and I'll have to drag him into court to get it, I'm sure. And I just don't have the time for that shit. I want to launch my nursery. I want to move the fuck out of here. Put up some fencing and get away from this guy and his fucking loose animals. And I'd like to get into a whole other county. Another state, another country, you know. Somewhere where people are nice and there's universal health care. That would be great. Here we are, I'm rambling again. But this guy's coming at noon, I guess, with a dog leash to try to get the sheep. And I told him the sheep would be, amicable to going home if the sheep likes him. Because the sheep follows me around if I let it out of the goat pen. It follows me around and tries to keep close. I don't know if it's going to do that with this guy, but good luck. I don't want to traumatize the sheep. I was going to list the thing on Craigslist today. I'm sure I have to wait longer to do that legally, but what an idiot. Guy said he didn't know where the sheep was. Of course he knew where the sheep was. Of course he knew where it was. Where does every single loose animal on his place go? They surpass a couple of residences and they come down to my place. That's where they go. Every fucking time. And no matter how many talks the warden has with this guy about keeping his fucking animals in, this is gonna keep happening. So, fuck this. I need to get out of here.